Hello, you're listening to Tequila Radio with your host Zara Thomas.
And me, Eimer Kavanagh.
And today in the studio we have Junior Bill.
Hello.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing a mixture of interview and live session for you lovely listeners.
Yes, we have a great selection of full 5 songs you're going to be playing for us.
Yeah, 5 songs.
Great.
And we're going to be opening it up with 5 a day, so take it away.
Day. Here's a song about fruit and veg. Everyone get their 5 a day. Some of us got bills to pay, 4 kids and benefits. We just ain't got the time for it. Sleep all night, work all day. Social services came and took them away. What did the Stones tell Louis David? You gotta live right if you wanna be free. You gotta stand up to a culture of greed. A wealthy few taking more than they need. Tell King Louis stop smoking. Your wealth and power will soon recede. Oh. And everyone can get their 5 a day. Some of us got bills to pay, 4 kids and benefits. We just ain't got the time for it. Sleep all night and work all day. Social services came and took them away. Listen what history has to tell you. These words and songs won't serve to quell you. Are there enough land for us to cling to? Are there enough gas masks for us to breathe through? From Easter Island to Timbuktu, we better get up and make a move out. And everyone get their 5 a day. Some of us got bills to pay, 4 kids, benefits. Just ain't got the time for it. Sleep all night and we work all day. Social services came and took them away. Not everyone can get their 5 a day. Some of us got bills to pay, 4 kids and benefits. Just ain't got the time for it. Sleep all night, work all day. Social services came and took them away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that was
5 a day. And that was your song 5 a day. So, quick question going along those lines. If you were a fruit, what fruit would you be?
I'm getting this confused with what fruit do I like. So I'm thinking pineapple.
You could be a pineapple if you like
but
it.
We got bananas on the cover of our CD, of our EP, so I'll be a banana.
that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular you would enjoy if you were being a banana?
Being eaten by monkeys.
Yeah.
I was going to go with the fact you'd be yellow and get away with it, but okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So, if we get back to your music, would you like to take it away?
Okay, so when did you start getting into music and kind of knowing that music is what you wanted to do?
Well, I started being in a band about 4 years ago. So I was quite young. I was 13 at that time, and that was. I don't know what point I knew I wanted to do music. That I only really wanted to do music. I kind of had that feeling for as long as I can remember. So yeah, I just always sort of wanted to do music as long as I can remember, really. I don't really know what else to say. I suppose the first
okay.
I first became aware of good music when I was really young because I went to a lot of Glastonbury's with my dad's band, Railroad Bill, hence the name Junior Bill. And yeah, so I went to Glastonbury. Was kind of my musical education. That's where I sort of realised there's more to more than the world than just Top of the Pops, you know. Like, I sort of realised where I would want to go musically is going to festivals. I thought that there is actually music out there that's proper,
Yeah.
probably made by real people.
And would you say any of the festivals inspired like a certain choice of instrument for you, or have you always just been on the guitar?
Well, the band I was in previously, I played ukulele, but ukulele sort of become in the last few years, there's been a real resurgence of bands playing ukulele.
Yeah.
But it's sort of got the twee label on it a little bit. It's got the sort of it's not as serious as I wanted it to be. It always gets a little bit patronised as an instrument.
They can be quite comical.
Yeah, I just sort of played the ukulele because it was easier than the guitar, and growing up with my dad's band, they play like washboards and ukuleles and mandolins, so it was normal. It was just like the same thing as a guitar for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stick to guitar now.
And how would you describe your overall sound, the sound of Junior Bill and the Scallies?
I would say, well, our little description, I like to call it, it's rootsy music. It's like reggae music. It's like punk music. It's anything rootsy, but I try and have pop hooks and socio-political edge, which is the lyrical content, which we try to add in as well. I think that's the most important mix. Interesting lyrics, pop tunes and good hooks mixed with sort of rootsy kind of music, i.e. reggae and punk.
Okay, we're going to give you a little break now from our very hard grilling by the looks of it. And we believe you have a song for us now.
Yeah. What one am I playing?
You have put down that you'd like to play Busker next.
Okay, yeah. I did say that, sorry.
No, that's fine.
So this is Busker.
Yeah. And it's about my job. It's what I do to make money.
Okay.
Bear it all in front of those who aren't there when you fall. Oh no, you've not seen hostility like this before. And to see a change, don't be afraid, because the world is your stage. But you know you've got your mortgage on the floor. Busker, stand up, you don't need to worry. Busker, stand up, don't you be afraid. Busker, stand up against the general public. You love them more than they love you too. And now I'm a man, I'm gonna do the very best what I can. I won't fall, I won't quiver, I won't give in. And I'm going to get a proper job. I won't let no one call me something I'm not. But I'm not really certain as a god. Oh, Busker, stand up, you don't need to worry. Busker, stand up, don't you be afraid. Busker, stand up against the general public. You loves them more than they loves you too. Proper job's not hard to find. People get them all the time. That's why we're always queuing up in lines. up in lines, up in lines. Oh, Busker, stand up, you don't need to worry. Busker, stand up, don't you be afraid. Busker, stand up against the general public. You love them more than they love you, you do. Busker, stand up, you don't need to worry. Busker, stand up, don't you be afraid. Busker, stand up against the general public. You love them more than they love you.
And that was Busker. That's a great wee song.
Yeah, and that's your job choice at the moment.
Yeah, kind of a half choice, half necessity, I suppose.
On the bright side, it's a great way to practice.
It is, and on a Saturday I earn about £10 an hour, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
That's-
that's great.
That's more than you'd think. So you were originally in a band called Inconsiderate Parking.
Yeah.
So what was it that made you want to embark on a solo career?
Inconsiderate Parking, we've been going for 3 years, and I wrote all the songs in that band, and I carried them on from that band into Junior Bill and the Scallies. And I thought, you always need change. There always needs to be a little bit of evolution in terms of the music I'm making, and I just wasn't really satisfied with it anymore. I wasn't enjoying it, and it's much. I thought the songs like Tight Laces and Umbrella Pedestrians could have just been much better in a full band, and also the whole ukulele thing. There's various reasons I thought a solo career or a solo thing with an electric band would just be much more fun. As much fun as Inconsiderate Parking was for the first couple of years of it, it got a little bit stale.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And in terms of your music and writing your music, what would you say your musical influences are? Is there anything in particular that's helped you develop your style?
Yeah. Well, one of the sort of key aspects of the band is every song is pretty much every song is completely different.
Yeah.
Like very different. I'm not saying like one's jazz and then one's drum and bass. It's
Yeah.
like they're different, but they all kind of fit in the same sort of field of music. The people who I'd be inspired by are people who make that sort of eclectic music. People I've always loved to be Bob Marley, The Clash, The Smiths. It's just
Pretty good,
cheers.
choices,
Cheers.
but also quite varied as well.
Yeah, so it's eclectic.
Yeah.
It's the idea. Just playing all the music I like. No one in this day and age should really like one kind of music. No one does.
So overall, Lynn, do you have a favourite artist?
Favorite artist, one that I can listen to time and time again, probably be Bob Marley, because he has got such a huge, like, he's got quite a long career. I always forget how long his career was, and he produced a lot of work.
And he's very distinctive as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, and he's, although the image of Bob Marley now is Happy Island in the sun and lighters and general merchandise with his face on. He's just become a bit of a product, but he was a freedom fighter, and people forget that, and so he's definitely an idol.
I was
if you call
definitely
it.
listening to him before.
Yeah.
If you check my iPod, I
is it?
have all of his songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I'm a
amazing.
bit obsessed.
Yeah.
So can you describe for us what your first ever gig was like?
First ever gig, that was be with Inconsiderate Parking. That was about this time around 4 years ago, and it was in a little cafe called Milgy. If you guys know Milgy, it's on City Road.
Yeah, it
it's-
rings a bell.
Yeah, it's a nice little cafe, and they were doing a small little music and arts festival, and we got asked to play, but we only had covers back then at that band I was in. It was it was good. It was the hottest day of the year by a mile, and the sun was right in front of us. And we were outside, and it was just like, it was boiling
Idyllic.
hot. That's the main thing I remember about it. It wasn't the greatest gig ever, but.
Were you nervous though before?
Not particularly. I mean, most of the people in the audience I knew, and it was like, there's been other gigs I've been nervous for, but not so much that one. I felt like I don't know. I felt like because we've been busking before that in that band, and that probably takes more guts than playing in front of an audience who want to see you. So I don't remember that much about that gig apart from that.
Just
the fact
the
that it was
weather.
hot. The fact that yeah.
So the weather
It
stuck
was
with
yeah.
you.
That's what stuck with me. It was so hot.
So then, what has been your favourite place to gig so far?
Well, my favorite place to play music, it will always be and always has been, busking on the street. I've always thought it's fantastic, the whole concept of it, and that's what music should be about, just going out and playing. Because I at the moment I do play for money, so
Yeah.
because I haven't got a job, but I do it anyway, even if I wasn't making money. But the favourite place I have played was possibly the Royal Albert Hall, was where we played with Inconsiderate Parking, which is the biggest gig we played, and it is a really an amazing experience. That's
that must have been fantastic.
The top.
Yeah.
But then I still love busking.
Yeah. And now it's time for your song number 1. Can you give us a little description about that?
Yeah, it's one I wrote a few months ago. It's it's a love story about a couple of scallies from Cardiff.
Okay.
Yeah. Strolled out of the barbers, pleased with the cut he received, dressed in the finest sporting garments, tailor-made by Cherokee. She was articulate and outspoken, knew every swear word under the sun. And when it comes to devotion, he was her number one. Number one. Number one. He said that girl with the hoop earring, she's really got it going on. They worked hard on their relationship. They were shorters on the weekend. They needed some money to pay for some. They had none of it to spend. And it gets cold up in the netting. They aren't exactly having fun. They may need to arrange a wedding while he's still her number one. Number one. Number one. He said that girl with the hoop earring, she's really got it going on. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baby born within the year, they got his name out of a catalogue. She said, please don't run away now, my dear. In colloquial dialogue, he didn't want to upset her. There was nowhere for him to run. He just wishes that he never met her. He used to be her number one. Number one. Number one. Number one. Number one. Oh, he said that girl with the hoop earrings, she's really got it going on. That girl with the hoop earrings, she's really got it going on. That girl with the hoop earrings, she's really oh, oh, oh.
So that was number one.
Yep. And we have a little question for you. So, going back to your busking, because you're very passionate about it, whereabouts in Cardiff do you busk, in case anyone wants to come by and listen?
Queen Street on as many Saturdays as possible. So
Whereabouts on
generally,
Queen Street?
By Boots and Foot Locker.
I
that one,
think
by
I've walked
Boots.
past you when
Oh,
I've
do
gone
I?
to work so many times. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably have sometimes by Poundland as well.
The new one or the old one?
The old one.
The old
I
one.
know what's going on.
I definitely,
All the
you're so
Poundlands.
close to my workplace, so yeah, I must walk past you a lot. So if
Okay.
anyone wants to
Yeah. So
come
check
find
me
you.
out on a Saturday. I won't be playing Junior Bill songs. I'll be playing covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you got any new releases coming up? We know your EP's just come out. Any more releases coming up?
Yes, the EP was it wasn't the full band of the Scallies. It was just me and the keyboard player and another one of our friends on drums. I played the bass as well. So there was just a cobbled together sort of thing. I needed to get some of my stuff out there just to give a sound of Junior Bill.
Yeah.
That's called Unlock the Alleys, Free Up the Scallies. And the next release is the first release I've got with the Scallies, which is Umbrella Pedestrians. That's coming out on the 1st of June. We recorded it all ourselves, and we record everything we do ourselves. Just it's part of the ethos of the band, DIY. So yeah, keep your eyes out for Umbrella Pedestrians. It'll be on the internet.
Didn't you record it in a youth centre?
Yeah, our local youth centre. Yeah.
It's so cool.
That's nice of them to let you do it there, though.
Yeah, we're good friends. We all even in Considerate Park, and we were sort of based in that community centre. We've been going there for years. So and they've got really, I mean, they're really good for. They have a good youth music project, and we make good use of that by making our music there and practicing there as well.
So your song that's coming out in June, you'll be playing right at the end of the session for us. But up next, you're going to be playing your song Tatty Laces. Now, this is Eimer's favourite.
This has been in my head for days. I'm going to be sitting here singing along, dancing like crazy. Try not to
Nice
put you
one.
off.
Ready? Chavs and the ravers, all the ones lost in the pavements. Well, let's go just away. All of the and the faithless clinging on to tatty laces. We can't let your go just away. This is a homage to the ragamuffin, big nothing's big up to take away. Trade generation, Harry met Sally in a nightclub in Newport, down to the alley. Who's the road that we all know was wrong? Oh, but it's alright on the nights, yeah, we're all hungry junglists who only wanna get and big old towns, ups and downs, just more to around with the clowns. Did you ever see the DJ look so down? All of the chavs and the ravers, all the ones lost in the pavements. We won't let your cold just slip away. Hey, 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 all of the and the faithless clinging on to tatty laces. We can't let your culture slip away. Today's chances to fame used to live and should pay me. The only way to make a name, singing in my mommy lane. It was always tunes up in the stuff. Now it's chasing girls and bars from the same old faces still alive, bouncing on the neon tar. Baby with tracksuits, release me from this agony. Dragon taxis pick me up from Land Runny. Set my list to Ely, put your hands up if you feel me. All of the chavs and the ravers, all the ones lost in the pavements. Will I let your culture slip away? All of the faithless clinging on to tatty laces. We can't let your culture slip away. Oh, that is a space cave, 'cause I've not much away. Stairs, please don't let the city get you down. Out to the toss and money, 'cause no character sweat good taste. 'Cause to the only interested people in this town. You're the only interesting people in this town.
Woo!
And that was Tatty Laces and Eimer Going Crazy.
Yes.
So we're coming near the end now, and my main question for you is, what are your hopes for the future?
To be able to keep making music in the band that I'm in, 'cause I'm really enjoying the band at the moment. To be able to keep playing, to be able to keep it going, and that does sometimes take having a bit of luck and being able to get exposure and money as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like the idea isn't to start the band for money and exposure, obviously, but to keep it going, it helps. All I want to be able to do is to keep writing music, keep spreading the messages we want to spread, and keep being original. That's it. That's a bit boring, but
No, I think they're really nice goals, actually. To keep
Yeah.
original is something that these days a lot of people kind of lose track of anyway.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot
I think
of
it's a
kind
nice
of
one.
the same
Yeah,
stuff going on at the minute. So originality is key to getting
definitely.
new kind of music out there. So the next question now is, have you got any gigs coming up, any scheduled gigs for their listeners to go and see you?
Sadly, we haven't got anything confirmed at the moment. We're really desperately looking for gigs, but we haven't got anything I can say we're definitely playing at the moment. I'll be around playing open mic nights, just as a solo act, and we're gonna do some busking as a band soon in town as well. But I'm not entirely sure when either. So sorry,
Okay.
that was a bit useless. But we'll be back gigging again soon. We're working a lot on a lot of new material as well.
But there's ways for listeners to keep in touch and find out all of this information, isn't there? So.
Yeah. If you follow us on Twitter at JBTheScallies, and if you find us on SoundCloud, which is soundcloud.com/junior-bill, that's all you need. That's our music and a bit of social networking. So anyone who wants to follow us,
And catch them on Facebook at Junior Bill
yeah.
/Junior Bill, and then yeah.
Yeah. So for your last song of the session, you will be playing your new one that's coming out on the 1st of June. Yes?
Yeah, 1st of June, Umbrella Pedestrians. We recorded it ourselves. We spent a lot of time at our local youth centre, Catay's Community Centre. We spent a lot of time on that song, and it's comes with a B-side, which is just a dub version of the single. I hope you enjoy it. I obviously can't play it anything like what it sounds like on CD, so I'll just give you something else. Ready? Yeah. fabric of the city, shrunk in the wash, and you're still dirty. I hope your kids reach 30. There's a home for you here amongst gypsy denizens. When you were home with the bedroom. Metropolitan life is a shock to your wife. You tried to mingle with umbrella pedestrians. Don't like umbrella pedestrians. Umbrella pedestrians. It's so hard to understand them. It's so hard to understand them. They don't understand me. Umbrella pedestrians, pass me by as I sing to them. I pour my heart out in front of them so they can give their money to me. I embrace you vivaciously, can't you see? I won't hasten to add that you don't look a thing like me. People are people, from police to my peers, so lend me your ears. When will they learn the air? The ways, there are so many inconsistencies, the biggest in space. There's a home for you here amongst gypsy denizens who mingle with umbrella pedestrians. Never liked umbrella pedestrians. Umbrella pedestrians. It's so hard to understand them with the heart. So kind to remember them. I've seen this displeased face before. Umbrella pedestrians don't like it when I shout at them. They don't care. They don't care when I sing softly to them. They don't listen when I talk. Umbrella pedestrians. It's so hard. It's so hard. Oh, and they don't understand me. Umbrella pedestrians, it's so hard to understand them. It's so hard to understand them when they don't understand me. Umbrella pedestrians, it's so hard to understand them. It's so hard to understand them. They don't understand me. Oh, umbrella pedestrians. It's so hard to understand them. It's so hard to understand them. They can give their money to me.
And that has to be my personal favourite. So thank you.
It's very catchy.
Yeah.
Umbrella pedestrian.
Oh wow. Eimer, I don't think you'll be joining the band anytime too soon, I'm afraid.
I don't think so either.
But yes, and that has been the last song of the session, and it is all we have time for, I'm afraid.
Yes, this is all we have time for. Thank you very much, Junior Bill, for coming in to talk to us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
And
Cheers.
you have all been listening to Tequila Radio with your host, Zara Thomas.
And me, Eimer Kavanagh.
And we've had the delightful Junior Bill in the studio today, so thank you again for your time.
Cheers, thank you.